Wave riders, hands up!
Onward up, hands up high. Lunar beaches touch the sky. From the charts to the storms we brave. Ride the waves, ride the waves.
Wave riders,
Ride the waves,
wave riders,
ride the waves.
on lunar beaches.
We will reign. Ride the waves, ride the waves.
Mod Queen, Mod Boss, Alexandra GGG, Melissa One Love, bringing kindness to the sea. Jesus saved 77, be blessed. Harp with the metal horn, standing with the rest. Maybe a bandage got them polyrhythm beats. All set, works hard when he rides these streets. Kelly the Columbus stomps on the fakes. Wave riders forever, no matter what it takes. Wave riders,
Ride the waves,
wave riders,
ride the waves.
on lunar beaches.
We will reign. Ride the waves, ride the waves.
Duality C is an alien star. Jay Rizzle with the ninja art, raising the bar. From the highs to the lows, we still don't cave. Wave riders rise. Yeah, we ride the wave. Crypto storms can crash, can burn, but the crew stands strong. Every lesson we learn, name by name, we're etched in the tide. Wave riders forever. Together we ride. Wave riders.
Ride the waves,
Wave riders.
ride the waves.
On lunar beaches,
We will reign. Ride the waves, ride the waves.
wave riders,
Ride the waves,
wave riders,
ride the waves.
on lunar beaches.
We will reign. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Ride the waves. Ride the waves, ride the waves.
We ride the wave. Yeah, oceans crashing, moonlight flashing, wave riders rise up, ride the waves, ride the waves. Wave riders, wave riders, on lunar beaches, we don't cave. Ride the wave, wave riders, wave riders. Storms may crash, but we stay brave. Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Mod Queen, Mod Boss, Alexandra GGG. Holding down the tide, keep the chaos off me. Melissa One Love, spreading light through the dark. In the middle of the storm, she the flame, she the spark. Jesus saved 77, bringing blessings in the fight. Standing tall with the crew every day, every night. Harp with the metal horns, energy insane. Bang your head to the beat, let it flow through your veins. Wave riders, ride the wave. Ride the riders, ride the riders. On lunar beaches, we don't cave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Maybe and Danish got the rhythm on lock. Polyrhythmic flow when the market gon' drop. All set, grinding steady, always working on the charts. Never back down, heat of brains, heat of heart. Kelly the Columbus stomping hard on the snakes. Big steps, crushing all the fear that it takes. Jay Rizzle moving silent ninja art in his hand. Duality sees an alien, not from this land. Wave riders, stand tall. Wave riders, break walls. Through the storm, we don't cave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Wave riders, ride the waves. Wave riders, wave riders. Storms may crash, but we stay brave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Wave riders,
Woo!
wave riders.
If you can't handle me
We pave, ride the waves.
at my wildest, you don't deserve me at my calmest. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to... Stop. Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for hopping in here tonight, enjoying the new tunes. I got some new tunes. They're pretty hopping, if you ask me. I went and splurged a little bit, tried to so I could get some extra features and get some better quality music in here. Fun fact, with the subscription, I can take stems from the songs, which stems is like the breakdown of like the drums and like the beats, the synths, the melody, like the vocals. I can it'll separate them, and I can throw that into my digital audio workstation and make my own stuff, like using the samples. Project for the future, probably. Thank you all for being here. I feel super hyped. Awesome. I've got some other ones too. The last one I did it was like a 3/6 style. I was like, let me get some Memphis style wrap up in there. 901, what's going on? I think John Foster Crypto would appreciate that, but he's not here. But anyways, good evening to the beautiful people that are here. Thank you for joining me tonight. Looks like you all absolutely enjoyed at least the second track. The first one was a little yay-esque, I should say, with the chants and stuff. Kids doing a Ride the Waves choir. I thought it was kind of cool, but that's just me. What's going on? Alexandra G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here this evening and pinning that Discord link in the chat. Discord has been, I've been sharing some charts, some trades, and I mean, if you've been taking them, you've been making some money. So shout out to you guys if you've been making the money off of my trades. But anyways, let's just go ahead and finish up, round this out. What's going on, Duality C? We've got Melissa One Love in the chat. We got Maybe a Band-Aid. We've got Kasim. What's going on, Kasim? Haven't seen you. Well, actually, you've been showing up a lot lately. But thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate you being here. We've got All Set in the house. What's going on, All Set? I guess you're back from your work trip. Thank you for being here as always. Indie Rock Crypto, a love night. What's going on, IRC? Hope you're doing well. Harp with the metal horns. What's going on, Harp? Oh, man. Yeah, you guys absolutely loved the Wave Riders song. What's going on, Kelly? What's going on? B-Team Crypto. What's up, B-Team? How you doing, my friend? Oh, all the beautiful peoples. You're all amazing. Retro Mike Tech in the house. What's going on? RMT. Hope you all are doing well. Let's go ahead and get over here to the charts. We've got a little bit of some low time frame movement. It's kind of sketch still at the moment. We're still down here. Let's turn off the indicators. Let's get a nice clean chart. There we go. Still sitting down here within a range. Now, we do have some supply here that we've got to break through. It's been holding us down for a little while now. Excuse me. We also, I just got to say, today we had a baby shower. Guess what, guys? We are 1 week away from the baby wave making its presence here on, I mean, it's already here on Earth, but you know. But yeah, baby wave will be here 1 week from today. Will have already been born 1 week from today. So absolutely excited, stoked about that. Cannot wait to meet my baby. Boy or girl? I don't even know. What do you guys think? Boy or girl? What's going on? Jesus saves. Congratulations. I love you, Indie Rock Crypto. Thank you, Bandage. Thank you, guys. Absolutely appreciate y'all. What's going on? Jesus saves 77. Hope you're doing well this evening. God bless. No way, Jesus. I saw that. It was retracted. What'd you see? What'd you see? What did it say? What did Jesus Save say? Hello all. Hell all. Oh boy. Oh no, don't play. Whoa, 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 whoa. No copyright. Oh wait. You can't hear it. I've muted the music, so we're okay. All right, so anyways, sitting here below this pretty nasty supply zone in here. But I think what's even nastier is going to be this wick. We've got to get through all of that, including the wick and this high, before we really can start thinking we might be putting in a reversal, especially this high right here, because this is more of a swing level. So if we're just looking at swing levels, let's see. Yep, we broke this low, swing, 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 swing. There we go. So this is going to be a swing level that we need to get above at about 113,500. $113,500. So we need to get above that, but right now this is going to be the first big hurdle to get over between 110,730 and 111,500. So let's get through that. Dang it, did it again. Trying to say hell, all I typed hurl. Hurlo. Hurlo. Or is it like Australian? Hello. Anyways, good day, mate. No, it's like nar. I love the way that Australians say no. Nar. All right. So yeah, I'm a little bit giddy. I feel great. It was a good day, great day. Time with family and excitement about baby. Just getting closer and closer. Okay, sorry for the craziness on the chart. Okay. So those are the levels that I'm looking for on Bitcoin that we really need to clear before we can start thinking any kind of bullish momentum. Let's go ahead and pull this back out to the 4-hour. Let's put a fixed range volume profile on all of this, see what we've got. So we're below the value area low. So we definitely got to get above 109,800. We do have an imbalance right here. Slight imbalance, not really much. More of an imbalance down here at 104,200, where we can see there's just hardly like any volume down here, which we might go up before we go down. Might go up before we go down, back down. But you see we have this fair value gap right in the same spot. Look at this, no buy or no sells. No sells. That's an imbalance right here. 1.7K to 1.44K, 1.7K to 0. 104, 210. 104, 210. So be watching this level right here. Let's just go ahead and mark it off right there. Let's zoom this back out. Bang, bang, gang, gang. Of course, that would bring us all the way down to sweeping these lows, all of these lows, including this one back here, sweeping all of these lows before we get a reversal, potentially. And we do have this little area in here. There's not really an imbalance in here. The buys and sells are pretty even in here, but we are on the upper side of this wave currently. So, and we should fall down potentially into that. Sometimes I like to call that a divot, where you just get a drop off in the volume. So it's not quite an imbalance like this one is, but it is a drop off in the volume. And you just have to imagine something rolling down a hill. And that's essentially what is going on. Of course, it's a little backwards because we're rolling upwards instead of downwards. So main thing is let's get above the value area low. Let's consolidate on top of that. This is what I meant to do. Thank you. Consolidate on top and then push up and break this high. If we can break that high, then I think we should come up to the point of control at 118, 111. That is the bull case. If we do get a rejection, come down, and I think we come down to that 104,200 to 104,480 level with the imbalance in there and the fair value gap down there. We do have the 52-week SMA It's actually moved up just a tad to $93,000, essentially $93,500. So, hold on, let me move this over. There we go. $93,500. Is this why Alexo and like TradeFly and everybody puts themselves over here? So you can see the stuff on the chart over here? Maybe. It's probably the case. There we go. Hey, there we go. Oh, C90. What's going on, C90? How you doing for the win? C90 for the win. Just floating around. I see myself floating around over there. Hold on, let me pause this because it's tripping me up. All right, so yeah, we do have that SMA down there, and of course we have imbalances within here. But I don't know. We may not get down here. We'll just have to see how price action develops. Now, I'm waiting for tomorrow to see the setup. We do have Jolt's job openings Wednesday, dropping at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I would expect some volatility off of Jolt's. Thursday, we've got ADP, employment change. Do we have non-farm this week? Hold on, only went high impact. High impact only, please. Thursday, we have ISM Services PMI. Okay, yeah, this is a non-farm payroll week. So, and it's a short week with the holiday. Be careful. Things could get a little volatile up and down all around. Just be careful. Use the stop loss, Melissa, and stick to it. Yes, I just called you out. But yeah, use a stop loss and keep it on, okay? If it gets taken out, it gets taken out. You live to trade another day, okay? So please use a stop loss and never cancel it. And don't add to losing trades. Now, when I take in even more of this range over here, we get a little bit of a different picture. That point of control was up here at that 118, 111 area up here. But we have gotten yeah, I mean, we're seeing some volume picked up in here. I mean, it looks like we have some pretty decent agreement here on our volume. Oh, wait. On a higher time frame, this might be equal lows. I don't know if I count that. From this low to our current low, I mean, they're dead on each other. Ruh-roh. Okay. We still have the point of control below us that we have not yet tapped. And right below that is that imbalance in the fixed range volume profile. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Let me just take in this bit again. Actually, let's take in those last 3 down candles, or last 4 down candles. There we go. Okay. No imbalance on that one. But on this one, we do have that imbalance. I'll still be watching that. The levels are the levels. That's what they are. You break this low. Probably going to come down to the it's the $93,500 level. That is also the 52-week SMA. We can see spikes below the 52-week SMA like we did here. And if we did see a spike below, that could get us into this fair value gap sitting right here. That could get us into that fair value gap right there. So that'd be a pretty nasty drop. That'd be a nice capitulation type of scenario, I would believe. But if we can just go ahead and just break this, get above this high, get a pullback, and get continuation, then we could be on our way back to new all-time highs. Problem. What's the problem, David? Glad you asked, Wave Rider. This is a problem. Gold, did it set a new all-time high? Sure did. Did it? Yeah, just barely. Gold set a new all-time high today. All right, so looking at potential of getting up to $3,946 an ounce based off of this measured move. Now, how did I draw up this measured move? That's a little off. Does that get us up to 4,000? Nice round number. Yep, $4,000 and $4,001. Nice psychological level. That $4,000 level might actually come up short of that because of it being a psychological level. But gold is looking pretty good. Let's go to a different gold chart that has more history, because I want to bring up a Fibonacci. Okay, so we took a pause at the 2.618. Wow. I mean, the 3.618 is sitting at $4,226, and a full Fibonacci extension at the 4.236 gives us $4,770 for gold. Why is this an issue, or could be a potential issue? Well, if gold is rising, then that would signal that market participants, investors, are more interested in risk off. Bitcoin is more speculative still at the moment, so it could take a hit if the market's being more risk averse. Gold said all-time high. Holding my beer. What's going on, Army Piper? Thank you for joining me, Army Piper. How you doing, my friend? Wix Wife Fine 89. What's going on, wifey? How you doing? How you doing? J-Vi in the house. Man, look at all the beautiful people showing up tonight. Absolutely love it. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to hit that like button. I think you're all probably subbed too, so I probably don't have to worry about that. So, yeah. Gold heading for that new all-time high. I did post something on X/Twitter today. I still call it Twitter. I just say X because I think everybody in crypto still, well, I don't know. I think a lot of people still say Twitter. I mean, it's hard not to when something was something for over a decade. Okay, I posted this today. Follow me on X at Lunar Beaches. First of all, I got my baby back. My sweet BC Rich Platinum Warlock. It's a little dusty. I got to get it nice and clean. I got to get some guitar cleaner. But yeah, it's been 5 years since I've seen that thing. Just been in storage. And I was like, I'm tired of not playing my electric guitar. So I got it with me in here. I love it. So yeah, most people are watching silver, or aren't watching silver right now. We'll get into the chart. That's a mistake. Silver is pressing against a 45-year resistance zone at $50. If it breaks, this isn't just about metals. It's a macro signal that will ripple into crypto for better or worse. So here's the backdrop. 1970s, Nixon ends the gold standard. Inflation rips. Fiat confidence collapses. Silver explodes to $50. 2011, post-Great Financial Crisis, QE, quantitative easing, silver surges to $49 but fails to break the 50. For 45 years, $50 has capped silver. Now inflation is sticky, debt is unmanageable, and geopolitical fractures are mounting. If silver finally clears $50, here's what it could mean. So there's two different implications for this, the bullish and the bearish. Here's the bullish. A breakout validates the hard money hedge trade. When metals run, the narrative of fiat debasement spreads. This is going to be the only thing that will drive Bitcoin and crypto higher base off of this, is that narrative. It's the digital hard asset, and it benefits from that psychology. Okay, so headlines of silver hitting new all-time highs could drag mainstream attention back to inflation hedges, spilling capital into BTC and ETH alongside gold and silver. But there is a bearish case, and that is some argue that if silver and gold break out, capital prefers the safety of tangible hard assets over speculative ones. In this framing, Bitcoin could be sidelined while metals absorb the hard money flows. With regulatory overhangs and crypto's reputation for volatility, some traditional capital may choose metals over Bitcoin in a hard asset breakout environment. My take, silver clearing $50 would be a crisis of confidence in fiat. In that moment, all non-fiat assets benefit: gold, silver, Bitcoin, ETH. Yes, some conservative capital will stick to metals, but younger, risk-tolerant, digitally native money, they're going straight to Bitcoin. Silver breaking out isn't just about silver, it's about the system. And when the system shakes, crypto always becomes at least part of the conversation. So we've got gold breaking into new all-time highs. We've got silver putting in this 50-year, nearly 50-year cup and handle. Look at that. This is from high to current price, this is a 45-year pattern, okay? This is a 45-year resistance. Silver is sitting at $40.65. Okay, let me move it. But no one's watching silver, and it is just pumping up. It's getting closer and closer. Crypto, don't give up. What's up, JR? J Rizzle the Rizzler. How you doing, my friend? Rest in peace to all the chinchillas that helped with the making of this production. What are you talking about? Alex O, sorry for the typo. Oh, I wonder if any animals were hurt in the making of that microphone cover. Yes, this was made from old otter fur. How about that? Just kidding. It's not otter fur. Of course not. Of course not. It's something. I don't know. Raccoon. I do live in the South, in the great state of Tennessee, the volunteer state. So yeah, that's the narrative there for silver and gold. We shall see which narrative bites the best. But right now, like I said, we're a little bit more risk off. But how are our low cap stocks doing? Well, the Russell may have peaked. Rutro, the Russell may have peaked. Okay. We've got both our chart prime oscillator, our not market cipher B momentum pushing to the downside. Money flow in the red on the market cipher. Not yet on the chart prime. There's no money flow on this. Okay, because it's the Russell. That's why. Oh wait, no, there is a money flow on this. Where is it? It's just non-existent. There's no money coming into the Russell. No, it's tracking right here. Boom, 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 boom. It is in the green currently. So, little bit of mixed signals there. Let's go to the daily. Should be. So we're still in the red on the money flow on the chart prime. Which one's going to win out? Is it going to be the free market cipher, or is it going to be the paid chart prime? We shall see. We shall see. My money is on Probably chart prime. Only because this looks like it's already topped out and that is probably going to be heading lower. I mean, money flow is moving to the downside on the not market cipher B. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And I mean, even just the candles themselves, I mean, this is looking kind of bearish. We've got the like shooting star at the top here, whatever it's called, morning star, night star, north star. I don't know what you call it. What'd you say? Why do you check the Russell? How does it affect versus this SPY? So I check the Russell because the Russell is 2,000 low market cap stocks. And if the Russell is bullish, then typically that means the market's more risk on, and they're willing to take on more risk, be more speculative. And if the market is being more speculative with the Russell, that typically translates into crypto and particularly the altcoins. So typically when you get the Russell breaking out, that is when you start seeing Ethereum and altcoins get moving. So we got above these highs over here, so that's good. We've done one of the hardest parts. The next is getting above the all-time high. So that's what we've got left on that, but you can see we are still in this channel. We haven't broken out of this channel just yet. So we just got to be patient because we could stay inside the channel and then pop later on in the month. Maybe when we get that first rate cut. Okay, we'll see. We're coming up on some crazy stuff coming into the market. Yeah, I don't even know what to think of the whole rate cut situation. I think we're just kind of screwed no matter what. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the SPY, it's looking like it's doing the same, getting a pullback in here. Let's go down to the 4-hour S&P 500. Don't see much of an, I mean, we took back most of that imbalance, but you could see us get a little bit, take out a little bit more of that. Yeah, I'd be watching this demand zone right here. Right here. Where's distribution and extendo? I need to change these to extended so I can just, I didn't even know that was a setting until like a couple of weeks ago, and then I was like, actually I knew it. Maybe I knew it was a setting. I just never thought I would need it, but now I do, and now I love it. So yeah, a little bit of demand zone right there, 6,400. We'll see. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. All right, I like it. All right, came up to resistance, coming down. I've got levels on here for some reason. Not entirely sure. Sometimes I draw things and I just leave them there and it's just like, all right, let's see what happens. Because I don't actively trade this, so it's not like I might start soon though. But yeah, it's not something that I find to be too necessary. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's get some trend lines in here. Take this off. Pull this across. Let's shrink that in size a little bit. All right, so we've got a little bit of a bearish pennant in here. Now, patterns do play out more often on the stonks, so I don't mind drawing the stonk patterns on stonks as much as I would not stonks. So we'll go with the more conservative one here. Of course, if we broke down out of this triangle now, that would be a measured move down to our upwards trending support here on the SPY. See, I should probably at least get these lined up. How about that? Sweeping it a little bit. Now, if I take in all of this from the high, bring this down here, that does get us really, oh no, that gets us right to that demand zone down here at 6,400. So be watching that level, and the more, that's the extended measured move. More conservative measured move would be the last high before the breakdown, and that would get us down to about 64.17. So not too much of a difference there, but this would maintain trend. So it'd be a little more bullish than if we did come down here, but not really too much more bullish, as even though patterns play out more often on stonks, patterns aren't the end-all be-all. The end-all be-all is demand and supply. So confluence bro-splaned equals same, but different, but still same. Extendo is like Inspector Gadget setting. Yeah, exactly. Oddly enough, Russell has greatly underperformed the past 2 years, just like alts have. There you go. There you go. Yeah, LBC is mad matrix hack. Markets rotate into Russell from blue chip, SPY, and NASDAQ, just like crypto rotates from bigger market cap token into alts. There it is. That's what it is. So yeah, and it's just about risk, right? What are the masses willing to risk? Speaking of the masses, I was at a local cafe, coffee shop. What do you call? I don't know what you call them. On Saturday morning, I was wearing my NCA shirt, National Crypto Association. I got it at the Bitcoin conference in Vegas. It's the one that says, it's math, not magic. Anyways, this like lady, maybe in her 50s, maybe 60s, early 60s, maybe. I don't want to try and put an age up. Definitely, probably in her 50s. Saw me in my shirt, and she was like, so what cryptos do you think I should buy? And yeah, she sounded like that because she's out here in the country, all right? What cryptos do you think I should buy? And I was like, well, it depends on, your risk tolerance and your time horizon. Not financial advice, but I actually didn't say that because who cares? We're in person. She doesn't know me from Adam, I said Bitcoin. She said Bitcoin? Oh, okay. She seemed like a kind of, all right, whatever. This lady, this is some random lady in BFE, Tennessee, okay? She says, what do you think about XRP? Guys, I'm telling you, the boomers love XRP. Who has money? Boomers. That's who loves XRP. Why? Because they feel it's safe. Because they trust the banks still. Because that's what they want. I'm just saying, there's a company behind the token, and it's what drew me in at first, right? It's what drew me into crypto at first. It's why I was like, all right, this Bitcoin seems like it could be a scam. I don't really know. There's no person behind it or anything like that. But then some of my friends sent me something about XRP, and I looked into XRP, and it said that Ripple, a company named Ripple, kind of, sort of, pretty much created XRP. Not really, but who cares? Technicalities and all. And I was like, oh, there's a company behind this crypto. Okay, let me start looking more into that. And then, it talked about decentralization and all that stuff. And then my brain just started tingling. For the longest time, I was thinking Bitcoin would be digital gold, Litecoin would be digital silver, and XRP would be a medium of exchange. within the Bitcoin standard, acting as gold, digital gold, Bitcoin standard medium of exchange, XRP, and then Ethereum is just smart contracts, and then on and on and on and on and on. You know, of course, you expand your knowledge and all that stuff. But yeah, so she says, what do you think about XRP? And I was like, funny enough, that was the first crypto I ever got into. And yeah, I mean, if you want bank remittance, if you know, the thing is, they're tied to banks. So, I mean, they're good for remittances, all this stuff. And then I said something about Chainlink because, you know, the recent news about them being partnered up or selected by the Department of Commerce to do economic data, whatever, put economic data on chain. So there you go. David Gelfand, what's going on? I get a lot of XRP inquiries. Yeah, telling you, man. I'm actually buying some 2x leverage XRP stock on the dip stock. Dump that ish some more tomorrow. It's definitely magic and not math. That's funny. Well, he is, but I was just bro-splaining Confluence for new people and making a joke more than anything. But side note, yeah, he's a bro. Kelly with the curveballs. I don't even know what y'all talking about, but thank you. Thank you for the engagement in the chat. Everybody loves where it's at. What's going on? All right. Ethereum did kind of sort of break a downwards trend. I don't know that I like that. I want to take in more highs because I think we've got a lot more touches here. Yeah, let's get a break above this, okay? Let's get a break above this, and then we can consider firing off some longs, swing longs, that is, because we can always scalp some longs and shorts on the lower time frames. But for our general swing structure, we want to get above these highs right here, pull back and go, or break above, consolidate, and go. So one of those two, typically, if we are starting off a 5-wave impulse, you tend to get your sharper pullbacks on wave 2, whereas you get your consolidations on wave 4. Typically, go back in your charts and look. But this is a perfect example. We got 1, sharp pullback, 2, 3, consolidation, 4, 5. Okay, consolidation, 5. So that's what you typically get. That's why I look for certain type of structures like flat corrections if I think we're within a wave 4, within a 5-wave impulse. So yeah, that's when I look for the flat corrections. If it's just coming off the lows, then I'm looking for a pullback, typically to the 618, 786 area is where you will see those pullbacks. I would say most of the time, in crypto at least. This one only got to the 50, so there you go. It's not always, but sometimes. I think most of the time. Either way, 50, 618, 786, look for the bounce in that general vicinity. Anyways, Bitcoin dominance, are we moving up? We moved up. We did move up a little bit. And this is where, you know, I think Benjamin Cowan might be, is probably on the right track, thinking that Bitcoin's about to steal dominance again, as what he says is the final rotation into Bitcoin. Shout out to Benjamin Cowan. Fire stuff with the dominant stuff. I highly recommend you at least check him out and get you some knowledge. You might not agree with him on everything, but the guy has been almost pretty much nailing this entire cycle. So, I mean, why not? Why not listen to him, right? And we did break this downwards trend in here on the Bitcoin dominance. I need an actual trend line. Thank you. Okay, that was not an actual trend line. Thank you for making me look dumb in front of my friends. This high. We broke that. All right, connecting those highs. What about this high and this high? Nope. Nope, no breakage there just yet. But on its way. On its way. Bitcoin takes dominance. Then, of course, the way this cycle has been, the altcoins, different altcoins are popping off at different times. So, who knows? I'd probably want to look at stuff that either hasn't popped off in a long time, maybe like your XRPs, your XLMs, maybe even HBAR. HBAR might have popped off in a while. I'll need to go to coins I know. There we go. HBAR, yeah. So it's been down for quite some time. Oh, I haven't even... Hello. Well, that didn't play out, did it? Didn't come up to the equal highs. What a bummer. But heck, I mean, that's a 12%er right there. I mean, you should be taking profits on the way up. And we got the pullback down here, fire off the long. Wow, it's been a while since I even looked at this chart, apparently. All right, get rid of that. H bar. Are we going lower? There's a lot of stuff that looks very close to its 52-week SMA. I'm just saying. H bar looks close. Link, kind of far away. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Okay. It did actually come up, back up into that, and then came down. Okay. So we were looking for the rejection of the upward sloping support. Random line there. And yeah, this would be a measured move from high. I swear this thing like that. Why was there a longer version of this measured move? Doesn't make sense. The last high before we broke the support, that would get us down to, let's see what this is. Is this some type of fair value gap on the weekly, on the monthly? What is this? I swear I swear my boxes change because sometimes this stuff doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I put this box here? What's the point of it? It's not on a fair value gap. It's not on an order block. Like, it's not on anything that I would put it on. What is it doing there? Like, I don't understand. I swear this stuff just changes on its own. Like, why would I draw a measured move that's longer than the actual measured move? It doesn't even make sense. Anyways, that could get linked down to $19. I remember saying $19 and something. $19.10, $19.11 because it's 10 and an 8. But yeah. Just based off of this head and shoulders here. Now, I don't really care for heavily slanted head and shoulders as using those as reversals. I more prefer just straight line, straight neckline, typical head and shoulders. Okay, there we go. This is what I prefer to see. I don't really care for the more angled ones. The more angled ones tend to not be as big. It's more of a, you don't get as big of a move down typically. Typically you can take from the last high to the support. Put that where you broke down from, and that could get us down to, sometimes you do overextend, but that could get us down to that golden pocket and sweeping the low over here. If Bitcoin is going to move down to that 93K, then I see no reason why Link, did I say Litecoin? How many times did I say Litecoin? I see no reason why Link would come down to the 786 at $18.58. Be a nice spot for it, in my opinion. First of all, low before the push up. So yeah, 786. We do have an imbalance here on our candles. Let's see if we can shrink this down into just a 3 candle move. That's full. That's filled. Nah, I don't like it. I'll stick with this for now. Now, if this can come back up and reclaim support, then we could just be reversing and going higher. But the last thing we want to do is see this thing turn into more of a defined or more of a flat head and shoulders where we get the bounce, bounce, and then roll over. Bounce, bounce, and then roll over. In that instance, we would be looking, and it's going to suck if this has more confluence than the other one. 52-week SMA. Don't say it can't happen. Don't say it can't happen. 52-week SMA currently sits at $16.63. But Link is up 2.3% so far today, so not doing too bad, I guess. Wow. What's going on, Seymour Liddy? How you doing? Do you think ETH is getting that dip on the measured move or the ascending triangle? I mean, descending. Wow, half the people dropped out. Thanks, guys. I absolutely appreciate it. Maybe if I would have just kept some music going on in the background like I did yesterday, I went back and listened to a little bit of last night's stream. It actually, I like the music in the background. I should remember to do that more often. That's all right. We'll go back to ETH real quick. The descending triangle. Well, like I said, I mean, I don't know which way it's going to go. Descending triangle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so if this breaks down, we are looking at a measured move. You want to take the inside of the triangle. So typically on patterns, so let's just say we got a triangle, right? So this is kind of what we're looking at right now. Let me see if I can do this a little better. There we go. It's kind of what we're looking at right now. So if a triangle, so typically people look at this and they're like, okay, that's bullish. It's going to break out this way. But if it doesn't, okay, and on this, actually, let's start off on this one. We will go from the start of the move to the end of the move to the top of the triangle, and we'll put that on the breakout, and there's your measured move. More conservative measured moves are you put it at the last low or high, but at the last low before the breakout on a bullish breakout. Okay, put on last low. That's your more conservative move. This is your extension. Okay. On fake outs, not even really a full-on reversal because it doesn't have to be, but on fake outs, you take the inside, you go from the highest point to the bottom of the triangle, and you put that down at the wherever it breaks down from, wherever it looks like it's going to break down from. That's the measured move for these triangles that break down. Okay, the inside of the triangle on the widest part from the high, that's going to be your breakout. That's going to be your measured move. Same thing if it's bearish. Okay, we can just invert the chart. Is this Is it Alt I? Yeah. I'm gonna try to remember all these deadgum hotkeys. All right. So yeah, same thing on this triangle here. On a bearish triangle, what looks bearish, prices in a downwards trend overall. But yeah, if you get a break above, then this is the measured move that you typically get. Okay, you just take the inside of the triangle and put that there. And this really works for all patterns. So with that said, we'll take the measured move from inside the triangle here on ETH. We'll give it a nice little breakdown. Let's get rid of the fibs because those are a little confusing right now. We'll go from swing low to swing high. Breaks us through the golden pocket. I wonder what would happen if we go from this low to that high. It's right at the 786. Confluence. Perhaps. Perhaps. Do we even take that high, or do we go from the triangle? Well, that gets us still to that golden pocket. Right smack dab on the 786. If we just go from this low to the big push up, the last push up, counting wave 3, consider this wave 4, and then wave 5 extension to the upside. I'm going to have to do some more wave counts. I haven't actually done wave counts in a couple of weeks on most of these. So, yeah, I need to get into that. I've been doing a lot more scalping. So, I need to look more into the wave counts because it's time to do some more macro updates. I should really do that once a week. But, you know, not really much changes on the macro. So, all too often, everything's more short term. But I mean, this does look a lot like a flat correction. Could be either a running flat. Let's go to a clean chart. ETH USD. Let's go to Binance. How about that? Of course, I've got drawings on this one too. All right, so this does look like a flat correction. So it would make sense if it was a wave 4. We did have a consolidation here, so that's kind of a... Like I said, I'm going to have to do some wave counts later on. Let's go high, take out the high. We got the low, we got the low. So like I've been showing you guys for a little while, basic flat correction style, flat correction style. So this could be one of two things in my opinion. We could, if this breaks out and then continues higher, then that would make this a running flat where you take out the high and you come up short of taking out this low. So that's a running flat because it runs away from you. Okay. Then you have an expanded flat where you expand beyond the range, both high and low. So that would come down here, sweep the low, and then reverse to the upside. So either or is all that I can really say, especially when we are still within a range, not really making decisions, not breaking the downwards trend, still putting in higher or lower lows and lower highs. Thank you. Lower highs, lower lows. So for now, just be patient. But this is Ethereum and could easily, as you can see, do something like that. Just right back to the upside. Running flat style. Then from there, well, we just look for at least a 618 extension. I don't know how much, no. We'll just go high to low, 1.618 that is. $5,250. $5,250 is right there at that 1.618. with the full fib extension getting to $7,169. So we shall see. I do like that we are consolidating at the highs, not getting too crazy up here, and should see some expansion higher here soon, in my opinion. Maybe not soon, but relatively soon. But anyways. Oh, that running flat looks like a higher low fractal. The hourly close was nice on BTC. Mine's crossing into profit right now. Your entry would have been better than mine. Don't know what you're talking about. Just realized I left my headphones for the entire show. 110, 420, squeezing, maybe. We'll take a look really quick at Bitcoin, see what's going on. Move down. Oh yeah, getting a nice push up here. All right. All right, bitty boy. Getting a short squeeze, short. Be careful of the wicks. Whoa, massive wick there on the 4 hour. Jeez Louise. Massive wick there on the hourly. But I would take this hourly. All right. That's what you got to get through, okay? That's what we got to get through. Now, it could just be a short squeeze, meaning we're not in a reversal, but it's just trying to grab liquidity before it heads lower, okay? So we're still playing the caution game, the waiting game. We've got to be patient. Speaking of being patient, you got to be patient for me. For tomorrow, we'll be back. Tomorrow, be back bright and early on Discord. So make sure you join the Discord, link pinned in the chat. Also, follow me on X and at Lunar Beaches. Yep, hit that like button. Share with your friends and family. Go back and watch on repeat so I get more watch hours. Whatever it is you got to do. I'm just saying. I'm going to start posting the music that I create as well. Hopefully you guys would like that and can bump it in your cars and stuff, you know? But yeah. Anyways, I've got some stuff on I did like a sleep token version of Ride the Waves. Maybe we'll get into that later on. But we'll just get back to that Memphis-style Dirty South rap to end the show. Thank you, guys. I do love you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your support, your kindness, and your love. You guys are amazing. The Wave Riders are amazing. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. I do hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. I'll see you later. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Never stress. The end. Bye.
Yeah, oceans crashing. Moonlight flashing. Wave riders rise up. Ride the waves. Ride the waves. Wave riders. Ride the waves. Wave riders. Wave riders. On Lunar Beaches, we don't care. Ride the waves. Ride the waves. Wave riders. Ride the waves. Wave riders. Wave riders. Storms may crash, but we stay brave. Ride the waves. Ride the waves.
Mod queen, mod boss, Alexandra GGG. Holding down the tide, keep the chaos off me. Melissa one love, spreading light through the dark. In the middle of the storm, she the flame, she the spark. Jesus saved 77, bringing blessings in the fight. Standing tall with the crew every day, every night. Harp with the metal horns, energy insane. Bang your head to the beat, let it flow through your veins.
Wave riders, ride the waves, ride the riders, ride the riders.
On Lunar Beaches, we don't care.
Ride the waves, ride the waves.
Maybe A and Danish got the rhythm break walls. Through the storm, we don't cave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Wave riders, ride the waves. Wave riders, wave riders. Storms may crash, but we stay brave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Wave riders, wave riders. Forever etched in the tide, we pave. Ride the waves, ride the waves. In the cold, I hear the call. Ledgers written in the rise and fall. 1,000 chains, but only one flame. Whispers Bitcoin's sacred name. Surrender to the digital tide. Every wallet hides a light and dark side. Freedom waits, but shadows bind. I lose myself, but still I find. On lunar beaches, I believe in crypto's promise to set us free. Through the wreckage, through the pain, the cycle ends, begins again. Altars glowing, screens ignite, green and red, the endless fight. Every coin, a prayer, a sin. The blockchain burns beneath my skin. Surrender to the entangled code. Every prophet hides a heavy load. Freedom whispers, chaos sings. Salvation built on fragile wings. On lunar beaches, I believe in crypto's promise to set us free. Through the ruin, through the flame, the cycle ends, begins again. Every wallet is a tomb, every ledger hides the room where the faithful lose their way and the market makes them pray. Wave riders, ride the waves. Moon gods rise, tides obey. Moon gods watching from the sky. Wave riders never die. Through the storm. the shadows, we hear the call. Moonlight nights will never fall. Oceans crash, but still we stay. Wave riders rise, we ride our way. We ride our way. We ride our way. Ride our way. Ride our way. Wave riders ride, 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 ride. Wave riders ride, ride, wave riders ride, ride, wave riders ride, ride, wave riders ride, ride, wave riders ride. Wave riders, wave riders.
oceans crash, but still we stay. Wave riders rise, we ride the waves.